Hello everybody, it is Yarny time and I have got tons and tons of stuff to show you. Small projects I've worked on and lots of yarn over here beside me. You get to watch Miss Kitty up here. She's going to hang out and take a nap up there today. We have to keep her away from the boys. Yes, so she's inside. Okay, anyhow, where do we start? Where do we start? I don't even know. All right, let me just grab something. All right, let me show you this. This was my Expression Fiber Arts square for August because I just ordered September and September's yarn isn't going to be here until October. So we're a little bit behind, but this is the very first time I have ever worked on crochet cables. And I was like, I wasn't a fan. I was like, so the cables just run up the center. It's hard to kind of see it because it's so like see-through here. The sun's coming through from behind me, but the cables just run up the center. And luckily there is a lovely woman, and I can't remember her name right now, that does a tutorial for each square every month. And I just followed along and it turned out great. And after I blocked it, it really looked better because those cables opened up and looked more twisty. Okay, so I won't be able to work on the next square for a while. All right, another kind of collaboration with somebody is TL Yarn Krafts did her Crochet Academy. She runs that for how many weeks? I don't even remember, 4 weeks maybe. And she does videos and vlogs and just different information about crochet tips and things like that. And then she has projects. And so there's a 4-week crochet along, which I have not been able to start because I am so busy doing other things. However, in the 4th week of Crochet Academy, she worked on a special little project. It was like okay, now let's get our hook into the yarn and let's get crocheting and let's test this out. So she was making a bag. Well, I went downstairs to my stash and I had some mystery yarn that I bought quite a while ago. I knew what the fabric was going to be, what the yarn was going to be, but we didn't know what the colors were going to be. So I pulled it out and I was like, ooh, I have got enough to make this bag, except for the handle. Anyhow, the strap. Let me show it to you though. It was easy to make, super fun. It's just 3 squares, right? So like, let me see if I can show you. This is a square here, right? There's one of the squares, and it just all how you fold it up makes it look like this. And it's all trimmed with the blue. Each square is trimmed with the blue. Super easy to put together, super easy to crochet. And then she made this extra little triangle. Lots of times you'll see a bag shaped like this, that this is open here. And she did an extra little triangle to fill in. Now, she taught how to do a bag handle, a strap called the thermal stitch. It was double layered and it was really, really sturdy. I couldn't do it though because I didn't have enough of this blue yarn left over. So I did a different strap and it's pretty nice. It stretches a little bit, but it's a Tunisian stitch. It's all it is your simple Tunisian stitch back and forth, like 6 or 7 stitches across. So it works. So there's my bag. I made that. I like it. Okay, I have more of this type of yarn in other colors that I could do another bag, you know, if I get time to do it. Okay, if I get time. All right, more collaboration stuff. Okay, let's show you what I have so far for our crochet along. Last week we got the flower part done. My flower is done. It's all set to go. It's ready to work on the bag today because this is Friday, the, I don't know, 12, 13, something like that. 13, it's Friday the 13th. That's right. So here is my flower. It's ready to go to attach to the bag that we make today. Okay, so I've got that done. All right, and then something else I worked on a little bit. Oh, here's that yarn. Here's that yarn from the bag. Here it is. What is it? Kobasi Plus by Haiku. It's cotton, bamboo, silk, and elastic nylon. So it's got some stretch to it. Oh, it's called Amber Waves. That's probably the blue. Okay, So I kept the label to show you. Okay. Then I got started on my expression fiber arts gratitude. Okay. This is all I have done, but it was the first section. Here's the first little section. What do you think? Cute, right? So it's very pretty. All the greens and the different colors in there. There's some greens and darker blues, lighter greens, teal. This is what the yarn looks like. This is one of the main colors. I have all my other colors right here in this bag. Here they are. They're in here. They're in here. You can't see them. Ready to go. I just need to have some time to invest in. Oh, I twisted it around here. Hang on. To put some more time into it. Okay, let me put this back in there so I know where that's at for today. All right, let's look at some yarn. Why not? Let's look at something yarny, and then we'll do more projects. Small order from Amazon. I wanted to try a couple of things because, you know, I'm really into this cotton yarn and making things with cotton for all these small little projects. So I wanted to try some of this Yarn Art jeans. This is Yarn Art jeans tropical. It is a 2-weight yarn. So it's a finer yarn. It is pretty thin. Okay. It's fairly thin, as you can see, pretty thin here. But it is great for doing some of these small projects. And I loved the colors. This came in some gorgeous, gorgeous colors, this tropical, beautiful colors. Okay, so I got that one. I also got this one. This one's called Soft Colors. Come on. It's not opening. Oh, the tag is really tough. Got the little tag across there. All right. Yarn Art Soft. Also a 2 fine, which means you're going to use for your crochet hook a 3.5 or 4 millimeter. E4, 3.5 millimeter. Okay. But look at that one. Look how pretty that is. So I got these 2 in the Yarn Art. And I want to order some more, but I want to make something with this first. Not certain what I'm going to make first, but I'm going to make something. And they have Yarn Art jeans in solid colors, and I think that would be great for many, many projects. All right, so there's some yarn. Okay, now let me show you. Okay, hang on. I want to show you what I do with like a skein of yarn. I've gotten to where I'm like, I have a skein, I want to use it up. Okay, I want to use up the whole thing. So I did this. I had this beautiful skein of like fall color. So I saw this headband. It's so pretty. I've had it on before. I'm not a huge headband kind of person, but look, if I tie it up, look, it's super cute, right? Super cute. Cotton yarn. I love it. All right. So I made this first. I made that first. And I had quite a bit of that skein. This is a Hobby Lobby. Love this cotton. Okay. I had a lot left. And I was like, well, I found this bandana pattern, which is very interesting. Look at the top of it. See how it's kind of scalloped along the top? It's how you ended and started each row that did that. So you didn't have to do any special border or anything like that. And then look, it opened up here and got really lacy. So like granny stitches and then all of this lacy work. It's super pretty, right? Super pretty. Now, there were instructions in the pattern where you could keep going and turn it into like a shawl. There was 3 sizes you could do. The bandana, a small little like cowl-y type thing. If I had more yarn, I would have done that. That would have been cool. Or like a complete triangular shawl. So I used up my yarn. I had just a little tiny bit left. Not much at all. I was actually quite worried that I was going to be able to finish this. And I barely made it with just a little bit left. So let's put that over there. All right. So a lot of these things, of course, are going to be for my craft sale at the end of the month. I've got 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks. And is it on Saturday and Sunday? Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. So these are things that are going to go into my craft sale. Okay. What next? What do we have next? Let's look at some more yarn. I'm just going to flop back and forth. Project, yarn, project, yarn. Okay. Just got this yesterday. It's my wonderland. I am behind. I did not get, this is September's yarn. I did not get August's done. My August hank is sitting on the kitchen counter where it has sat since I hanked it up. Okay, so Mr. Edgar Linton of Thurcross Grange, Yorkshire, and Miss Catherine Earnshaw of Wuthering Heights, Yorkshire, celebrate their engagement. So these are always based on a book, that Regency era book, So this one is Wuthering Heights. Okay, if you didn't know that, it's Wuthering Heights. Okay, so let me show you what else comes with that. Stitch markers. I have all of my little stitch markers all saved. It's upside down. You can't even see it. I have them all saved together. This whole project is in one project bag. So I know where it's all at and all of that. So, yep, the book, Wuthering Heights, and a gentleman in a top hat. And there's the stitch markers. I keep these all together. I keep the little card. You can put notes and stuff about the project on the back. It was interesting. Lindsay at the Yarn Garden yesterday asked me, are the squares getting progressively more complex as you go? And I'm like, not really. No, I wouldn't say that. She goes, okay, I thought maybe they were. Like, no. But here is the yarn. I say, and sometimes this is very interesting. Sometimes this is sport weight yarn. It's the Mad Hatter base. And sometimes I feel like the sport weight is thinner than other times. This time it's actually, it's a little thicker this time, the sport weight. Here, let me show you. I got like 2 or 3 on my finger. I'm trying to separate them. A couple of them have been like really fine, I felt. But this one's a nice little weight. It's 344 yards on superwash merino. What's the name of this? They had a name for this. It was called, where is it? Thrushcross Grange. And look at it. It's gorgeous. I just watched her actually show this. I bought it before she actually showed it on her live, or before they actually had it in stock. So I had to wait. So it's blues and purples. Can you say love, love, love that yarn, that color? Yes, love, love. Okay, so I got to get going on that. While I was there, I was looking for some other stuff, and I picked up one of these. This is a Barocco Pima Soft Cotton. Now, they have quite a variety of colors. This was the last one they had in this color, and I'm thinking, okay, it is a three weight, light, and I want to try making a pumpkin out of it. That's what I want to try, making a pumpkin. So it's got this twist to it. This yarn has an interesting twist. As you can see, it's got like this twist. Hang on. Can you see the twist? It's interesting how it twists like that. But I want to try making a pumpkin, because that's the next thing I'm kind of working on, is some pumpkins. Because I figure this is a fall show. I need some fall items. Okay? So that's Wonderland and all of its goodness. Let's just put you back in the bag for now. I don't know where else to put you, because I have stuff everywhere. Everywhere. Okay, more projects. Hang on. I want to show you this. Isn't it cute? This was one of my hanks from Yarnable. This was a Yarnable yarn. And again, I tried to use up every little bit of it I could. I have this much left of that yarn. So my plan for all of these hanks that I use, I had to, like the puff ball, blow dry them. You take a blow dryer and you blow dry them and they get all fluffy. I had to redo this pattern. I started it because it's written for a DK weight, and my yarn was, it's written for worsted weight. My yarn is DK, so I had to redo it because it was coming out too small. So I redid it a little bit, and I wrote it down. I actually wrote down the pattern, what the pattern was, how I adjusted it, so I would know if I made it again in the future. I basically added 2 extra stitches at the beginning. So then when you increase the next round, you increased by 4. So it just grew a little faster, and it works. So I don't want to waste any of the yarn. So my plan is I'm going to make these hexagons with anything left over. It took me forever to remember what this hexagon was, where to find the pattern, and then where to find the alterations, because it's Mallory Crawl, Nautical Crochet, or something like that. Had to find the pattern first, and then Nitty Natty altered it a little bit. And I liked her alteration because I had already done one out of the last, hank that I had used. So, and I have two. And my plan is, when I have leftover enough to make a hexagon, I'm going to make a hexagon. And then at some point, I will just join them together with a neutral colored yarn with maybe like a single crochet join, so it actually has edging around each of them. I don't want to do a join as you go and just have the colors just blend next to each other. I want to have a break in between. So anyhow, I used up that hank of yarn. Okay. All right. Let me see. Here's another project that I used up all of the yarn. Let me get all of the pieces. Hang on. There's 1, 2, not that one. Oh, wait. I had one more project from that other one. I had this. I had enough to make a little pouch, right? Now, the last pouch I made like this had a contrasting color for the strand, for the drawstring, but I was like, no, I'm going to do it like this. And they put flowers on the bottom. If you remember that one, you crocheted some little flowers and put them on the bottom. And I didn't feel like crocheting flowers, but I had these cool buttons. All right. So I put these cute little buttons on the bottom of my drawstrings, and I think they match perfectly. I actually let Dale help me pick out my buttons, and I have learned that I want more buttons because they're fun to do these little projects with, right? So there you have it. I made a little pouch. So that was 3 things I made. There we go, out of 1 hank of yarn. People ask all the time, what can you do with a hank of yarn? Here you go. I made a hat, I made a pouch, and I made an octagon. Okay? All right, got all that. Now, the next hank of yarn, I got 2 projects out of. 2. Okay, are you ready for this one? Hang on, gotta take my hat off again. I gotta put another hat on. This hat turned out a little larger. This one was interesting. I fought with this hat. No, is this the one I fought with? No, this is not the one. No, this one turned out fine. This one was great. This one was awesome. So this is a granny square bucket hat, right? This one was great. This one worked out just fine. I had no problems with this one. Okay, but I had yarn left over again. Oh, the kitty fell down. Hang on. What do you do with leftover yarn? Well, it depends on how much yarn you have. I made a book sleeve. So I did that. Okay, use up the extra yarn. So this is just a big square, and then you fold it in, and there you go. Again, I got to use one of those buttons. I bought a package of these buttons. They're wooden buttons, and they have like different designs on them, different colors. And you didn't have to make a buttonhole. This just goes right through. It does fit a nice size book in there. So love it, right? Again, I get hooked on, I've got to finish up a skein of yarn. Once I start using it, I want to just finish it up. And so that's what I've been doing. Okay, let's look at some other stuff. Okay, I'm going to open this up. And first of all, before I open this up, oh, there's my address. I want to say thank you because I was able to get this because of a coffee donation. Thank you so much to the person who donated. This is what I bought. Well, it wasn't all that I bought with my coffee donation, but anyhow, thank you for the coffee donation so that I could get this yarn. I have wanted to try this yarn for a long time. It is Spin Cycle. Spin Cycle is well known as a very specialty kind of yarn. They're in Washington, and they were having a sale on some colorways that they may have been like discontinuing maybe or something, so they were pretty cheap. Well, they were discounted, let's put it that way. They were discounted nicely, so this is what I got. So nicely wrapped and everything. So Spin Cycle, here we go. Spin Cycle yarns. Here's a little card. Oh, it has care instructions. High contrast color work, steam block, so you don't have any color transfer. Okay, I'll read the rest of that later. And here is their card. Okay, spincycleyarns.com. They're on Instagram and all of that stuff. They actually have a store. They do. They have a brick and mortar. I did not know that. They have their hours here. Okay, cool. All right. This is the first one. This is the first one I had to have when I saw this. I was like, are you kidding me? That is gorgeous. It's grown in the USA, dyed and spun in Washington. Again, it talks about the high contrast color work. This is called Sunset Strip. 100% American wool superwash. 150 yards. It is worsted weight yarn. How fun is that? Now, if you look at this really up close, you see what happens. This yarn has a twist, and in each little twist has multiple colors. It is so cool. Like this strand right here reminds me of candy corn. It's got orange, yellow, and white in that one strand. Can you see it? Pretty cool. Isn't that pretty? So I could have gotten two, but I wanted to get a contrasting color because that's the fun thing about Spin Cycle is that you mix them. So they also had this one. All right. So I got this one as well. This one has oranges and pinks like this one did, but it throws in like a grayish tone in there. And this one is called, where's your name? Where's your name? Where's your name? Is that what it's called? 7 degrees. That's what it's called, 7 degrees. Okay. That's why I was having a hard time figuring it out. It's a number. So I got those two to go together. Aren't they gorgeous? I'm thinking a funky scarf of some sort where you just blend them together. You know what I mean? I think that would be so much fun. I don't know. They're worsted weight. Is that what I said? Yeah. I just want to play with it. I think it'll be a great time. I think it's cool. So thank you again for the donation. So I got some Spin Cycle. Okay. What next? What next? I'm wearing my hat. Do you like my hat? Okay, let me show you how this turned out. Sorry, I got to lean into the camera because everything's on the table. Here's our last crochet project. It's coming out of its basket. It's been tossed around and tossed around. So this is my sunflower coasters in my basket, right? How cute is that? That's adorable. I would love to make more of these if I have time. Different colored flowers, etc., etc. So the little sunflower coasters are in here. Take it out, open it up. You got your sunflower coaster. I liked this open center. Many of the coasters have a really dense closed center, but I liked this. So then I just take them like this, and I just kind of curl them up and stuff them in the basket. I love it. I think it is so cute. Isn't it adorable? I mean, I love it. Okay. This sale I'm going to have is going to be very eclectic. It's going to be one-offs. One of this, one of that, one of this, one of that. You know, it is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. Okay. Let's get into another bag. Why not? What else do we have over here? Where'd this come from? I don't know. This came from Joann's. I stopped into Joann's. What was I looking for? I don't even know. I don't know. I was close. I went to the dentist, and right near my dentist is one of the bigger Joann's in our area, and it was easy to get to. The other one's not as easy to get to, so I popped in, see what they had, and I didn't find a whole lot that I really, really fell in love with, but I did get this. It was on clearance. It's a big twist tweed, and I'm in my brain, I'm like, large pumpkin, a large pumpkin in this brown tweed, right? So it's a 4-weight yarn. I haven't made a pumpkin in a 4-weight yarn, but I'm about to with this. And you get 382 yards in here. That's going to make more than one pumpkin, that's for sure. Acrylic and viscose. The viscose is all the little clumps. Yeah, there you have it. Okay. Does it have a color name? I don't know. Plum. Plum? Okay. It's really brown, but if you hold it up in the light, I guess you get a little reddish tone to it. Okay, I guess. And then I picked up this. I would have gotten more of this yarn, except they didn't have very much. They didn't have a great selection. KC, Knit and Crochet. It is Joann's brand. basically. It's essential cotton, 100% cotton, 180 yards. It is called Santa Fe. And look at the colors in that. I wanted some more fallish colors because everything I've been getting has been so fun and bright and pinks and purples, and I needed some more fallish colors. So I don't know what I'm going to make with that. What weight is this? Is this a 3-weight? Yes, it's a 3-weight. So most of my cottons I've been getting are 3-weights. Hobby Lobby's is a 4-weight. The Yarn Art jeans is a 2. Lots of times they're asking for a 2. A lot of these patterns are going with ply, so I've had to look up ply. If it says it's a 4 or 5 ply, that's usually a 4 is usually a sport weight, which is a 2, which is the Yarn Art jeans. If it's 5 ply, it's getting bigger into like a DK weight or a 3. I've had to figure all this out. It's been very interesting. Okay. All right. Let me show you a couple of little small things I've done. Small things. Okay. One day I had this yarn out and I was just messing around and I made a bookmark. It's just a bookmark. Okay. It's got leaves. No, it's got leaves and sunflower. It's a bookmark. Cute, right? I mean, you could sell it for a couple bucks. I don't know. I also made this guy, and I think he's adorable. It's a little pouch. So again, with the pouches, I'm into the little things. Little pouches. Open up your little strap here. You can put your little iPod cases in there. You could put lipstick. You could put lip gloss. You could put change. And then you just run the strap through like this, and you can hang it, attach it, whatever you want to do. Okay? Super cute. All these small things. Another pouch. Okay? This was some yarn I had left over. I had a ball of this, a little ball, sitting on my table from when I used this yarn the last time, and made a granny square pouch. Well, it's like a puff flower pouch. Again, you just make a little loop on one side. Okay, you make this loop on one side and a longer loop on the other side. And then you're just able to close them by putting that strap through there and boing, little pouch. All right, since we're on to pouches, hang on. I finished this one. I made this little flower pouch a while back, but I didn't like how it opened here. So I attached some yarn on one side, made just a little loop, and attached this pearl button on the other side. And now you can close it. I like it so much better that way. That's not a new project. I tweaked it. I finished it. Like this one. I tweaked this one and finished this one. It was not complete last time you saw it. This cute little pouch here. See with the contrasting colors? I was talking about that earlier. You glue these on. They say hot glue, but I used E6000. I mean, you just glue them on. Okay. And then, boing, there's your little pouch. They're adorable. I could make these little pouches all day long. And I probably will continue to make them with any leftover yarns that I have. That's my plan. Got a little bit of leftover yarn? Make a pouch. Why not? Make a pouch. Okay. Here's my hat. Okay, here we go. Let's take this one off. I like this hat. I like how this one fits. This was a Caron. No, it wasn't. It was a mandala. Mandala? Yeah, mandala. That was a mandala cake. Okay. This one I fought with. I took this apart twice. I took it apart, and it's okay. It called for a different yarn, of course, and when you're trying to adjust for a different type of yarn, it's difficult. It was coming out way too big, and it's still a little large. It's a little large, but you know, different people have different size heads. It's not huge like it was. It was huge, and now it's very floppy, and it's supposed to be very floppy. But different people, different size heads. You know, this might fit somebody just the way they want it to fit. But I fought with it. I love the pattern still, with the granny square section and the little ruffle. And I stopped on the ruffle. I did not continue the ruffle as long as they wanted it, as many rows as they wanted it to be, because I was like, that is enough ruffle, seriously. So that, and of course I had some yarn left over and made another pouch. So it looks like that on one side, and it looks like that on the other side. And the same type of strap situation here. So I made that. Okay. See, all the small things. All of the small things. Okay, now I got all kinds of stuff over here still. Let's look at this. Okay, this is from Ruby and Roses. Now, I ordered from Ruby and Roses a while ago, and that was a special collection that she had worked on, and it's all being dyed. I don't have that one yet. It was going to be several months before that was available. But this collection was the Taylor Swift collection, which they did, I mean, like last summer maybe, or back, I don't know, early in the spring. I don't know when they did Taylor Swift, but it was Taylor Swift collection. And they had some that they dyed up and had it ready for sale. Okay, so let me show you this. She recently put this, I think, on her Instagram to show it again, to let people know that they had it in stock. And I was like, oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so as always, thank you for using my art to make your own. I don't know if this is the whole Taylor Swift collection or not. It's probably just some of their yarn. Anyhow, I hope the colorways you receive reflect the time and creative energy my team and I pour into each skein. I'd love to see what you make, of course. Okay, so I think her name is Addie, and she's super young. You guys, I think she's like in her 20s, and she owns this hand-dyed yarn company, and she's very well known. And it's, wow. Okay, let me show you what I got. Okay, let me show you what I got. Let's save that one to the end. Okay, so this is on the Rose DK base, which is a 3, light 3. It says to use a 4mm hook. It's superwash and nylon, 85-15. That's pretty common. Use a 4mm hook. This one is called Twilight. Now, if you just look at this, it's a beautiful blue. It's tonal, it's light, and it's dark. Okay, so it's not solid, but it is solid. Okay, keep that one in mind. Then I got this one. And this one is called Lavender Haze. See how pretty it is? Again, we got light, dark, a little speckling. There's a little darker speckling in that one. So we have the blue and we have the light lavender. Remember those two? To go with this. Okay? All because of melancholia. Melancholia. Okay, here she is. There she is. How could Mindy resist melancholia? Look at the pinks, the purples, the blues, the speckles. Light, medium, darker. It's stunning. And I got this to go with. Right? So pretty. Now, I have no idea what I'm going to make with these, but they're gorgeous. Look at them. Gorgeous. Oh, I love it so much. It's such nice yarn. It's lovely. It's beautiful. Oh, I love it. And I have another order coming from them. Okay, I have another order. I'm getting a phone call. Another order of the flower collection. I think it's just, I'm calling it the flower collection. Okay, you sit there. What's next? Oh my gosh, what's next? I told you, I've got lots and lots of stuff. This just came today. Just came today. Dale went and got the mail and walked in with my little package. This I ordered from Expression Fiber Arts, and it is for a specific pattern. She listed a free pattern, and this was the yarn that goes with it, that you make it with. And I was like, okay. And the yarn was reduced. I mean, how can you not purchase like good hand-dyed yarn at reduced prices? I mean, come on. This did not cost me that much. It really didn't. Okay, so I got a little coupon code here. And my next purchase of $70. I just purchased, like I said, the what month are we in? September's square yarn. Okay, so this is on affirmation fingering. Fingering? This is fingering weight. Oh, it is fingering. Okay. Oh, look, it's thin. Okay, it's thin. All right. called Perfect Moment, 100% wool. So it is a little rougher, but it's not rough. It's not like rough, not rough. But look, isn't that pretty? It's super pretty. It's 400 yards per hank. And the project, I have to look up that project and remember what it was. I'm going to write this down somewhere. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to start keeping track of things that I purchased for something specific like this. This is a definite project. I need to go look it up and see what it was again and write it down. So I remember what to use this yarn for. Okay. Other things, I don't have a purpose for them really. Okay. Let me show you 2 more things that I made. This one right here, this was some of that leftover something. It was a little bit of leftover. Oh, maybe it was that Caron cake. I don't know. Look at it. Isn't it cute? This one got into the hands and mouth of a cat. And you made all of these little poof balls, and then you sew them all together onto the center ball. And I was sewing them on. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's my 5th one? Found it at the bottom of the stairs, all crumpled up and all, buzzed up. Thank you, kittens. Thank you. Isn't it cute? I'm telling you, I'm into all this little fun stuff, just fun stuff. Okay, let me show you this. I made this the other day. I started it at the hairdressers because when you get your hair colored, I had to sit for like 35 minutes. And I started this. My first pumpkin. Now, I made pumpkins last year, right? Angie and I made pumpkins last year. But there's a little pumpkin. This time I used a cinnamon stick. I'm going to get my hot glue gun. It's just stuck in there right now. Hot glue and twine. But I'm going to get my hot glue gun. Maybe I'll get that E6000 out again. It's easier than the hot glue gun, I think. Anyhow, one little pumpkin. And then the other day, of course, I had, this is a yarn I'm using. Sheep shiz. Soft fun. Nobody knows how to say that except people who, live in that country. And I got this much done for a new one. This one's a little bit larger. I added some more stitches. So it's weird. You make them in like a rectangle like this, back and forth, and it's in the back post every time. So it makes these little ridges automatically. It just makes the ridges. And then when you're done, you fold them up like this. That would be a very, very skinny pumpkin at this point. So I've got to get this much longer. And then it'll be a taller pumpkin than the other one because my rows are longer. That makes sense? Okay, so I'll have 2 pumpkins. All right. I think that's all of my, I have one more project to show you I've worked on. I'll show you that one in a minute. Okay, now I'm down to subscription boxes. This is just, I have neglected this terribly. This is my Annie's granny square type blanket. Just more yarn to go with that. I'm going to have to take it all out. I got these little bags all over the place. I want to take them out and put them all in a basket or something somewhere. I don't know, somewhere. Okay, last subscription boxes, and then I got one more project to show you that I put some time into. I worked on it today even. I love their packaging, Yarn Bliss, Speckled Finch. Sometimes they do offer new subscriptions. Somebody just joined one of them. I think my friend Karen joined one. I don't remember if it was them or Yarnable, but look at the packaging. Look how nicely everything comes. Always a themed tissue paper. We have a nice bag with all of our goodies in it, and then the yarn. So here we go. Let's see. What do we get? Here's the little card. And I love how they're doing these like pictures on the one side of the card. The September 2024 box is inspired by all things autumn. What do we get? Maple Grove or Golden Harvest yarn. Autumn Skein Coat. What's a skein coat? By Precious Knits. I don't know what that is. Spice Simmering Potpourri by Three Roots Boutique and Apple Cider Donut Candy Cubes. What? Apple cider candy by Pure Sugar. Well, I love it when they put candy in these things. Love when they put candy in them. Oh, okay. I know what it is now. Okay, so this is cool. Let's show you what we got. Here is the potpourri. Signature spice simmering potpourri. Oh, this is when you boil water and 1 tablespoon of the potpourri on the stove and let it simmer. Oh, signature spice. Yep, it's spicy, so you can see all the good stuff in there. And all the little spices. That's cool. Okay, here's our candy. Pure sugar, apple pie, cake batter, cinnamon bun, and green apple. Oh, there's different. Oh, they're little tiny cubes. Let's see if I can. Here we go. They're little tiny cubes, like little flavored candy cubes. Oh, that's fun. Okay, and here's the skein coat. I did not know what that was. I do now that I see it. Okay, let me show you. As soon as I can figure out where it opens. Skein coats. I have a couple of these. And I can actually show you how it works. Okay, so comes like this on this little card. It says skein coats. Okay, so many people are getting all these little cute little labels and stuff for their things that they're selling. I'm like, I'm jealous. Okay, so it's like this. It's stretchy, very stretchy. Okay, and if you're working on a project, you can put it on here like such. Put your little cake in here, and it keeps your little cake all nice and clean. And it takes a little work because it's very stretchy. I'll protect it in there. Okay? Cool. Oh, that was my rubber ducky. So that's what the skein coats do. Okay, they cover up your skein. It keeps it neat and tidy, actually, because sometimes these start to like fall apart a little bit. They're kind of nice to have. Okay, so that's cool. Now let's look at the yarn. Let's get to the yarn. Where's the yarn, you're asking? Where's the yarn? Hang on, there's more stuff in here. Oh, there's a bonus. Wait, there's a bonus. Okay, it says that right here too. Bonus. Thanks so much for being a subscriber. Oh, cool. I get a bonus. Okay, what's in my bonus bag? Probably tea. This looks like tea. Yep. I love the stash tea. Everybody loves the stash tea. I give it away. Pumpkin spice and apple cider. I give it away because I don't drink tea. But 2 teas. And look at this. This is adorable. It's an acorn stitch marker. Isn't it cute? I know it's very glary. Acorn stitch marker. Cute. Love it. Ah, I got a bonus today. Wow. Okay, now I think we're to the yarn. Yes, we're to the yarn. Okay, here we go. This video is super long. Sorry. Okay, look at it. Definitely fall. Golden Harvest Bouncy DK. 100% superwash merino. Is that not fall? That is screaming to be like a hat, or I want to try fingerless gloves. I might try to make fingerless gloves out of this one. I love it. It's very pretty. All the browns and the golds and the tans. It's super pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Lovely, 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 lovely. Okay, there's that one. Okay, next. This is going to be a super long video. I told you I got lots of stuff. I'm going to do a market video, and I'm going to pull everything out. We're going to go over it together, and we're going to show you like everything I have for my craft sale. They call them market prep, but I don't know why they call them markets. Okay, come on. Get out of here. I already know what this is. This is easy. They curate such wonderful little gifts to go with things, totally on theme. This must be Apple themed. Look at these are little bag clips. Who cannot use more little bag clips, right? Love it. Okay, so I got some bag clips. I don't even know what the theme is yet, but I'm guessing it's Apple. I'm guessing it's Apple. I always have their little pouch. Okay. Appley Ever After. Appley Ever After. Apple Cinnamon Quick Mug Muffin Mix. Okay. I'm in. We're getting food this month. Apple bag clip set, right? 3 apple Swedish dishcloth by Swedish Cloths. All right. Love it. Okay. So here's our dishcloth. You ever had one of these? you get them wet and I've had one, but I've never used it. You get them wet and they make a dishcloth, apparently. I've never used it. I've had one. All right, what is this? It talks about using the Swedish dishcloth. And here is my apple cinnamon mug muffin. Put it in a mug with water, microwave it, and you have an apple cinnamon muffin. Yum. Okay, yum. I've had mug muffins before. They're good. Okay, I think that's it, except for the yarn. I have to wait for Dale to be gone to do this because I make such a mess. I always make such a mess. And then the yarn comes in the canvas bags. I use these too for giveaways. Okay, you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, well. Again, a very, very fallish yarn. Look at this one. Look at that one. Some light pinks over here to more, what would you call that? Rusty reds. Some dark spots, some tans and browns in there. Again, very fall yarn. And of course, it is called Appley Ever After, September's color. Plush DK, 8515. Superwash merino, 15% nylon. Isn't that pretty? I mean, we're talking fall. Look, I have falled it up, right? I'm in the fall kind of thing. Look, very fallish. I'm getting fall colors. These are not my normal colors, but I'm doing it. I'm getting out fall colors. Okay, one more thing to show you. This is one of my colors. I'll show you this. I'm so close on this. It's getting to the point where it's almost finished. I just finished. I'm still attached, actually, to this yarn, but this last section is done. So here it is. Da, 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 dun, da, da. Isn't it beautiful? Look how big it is. Look how big it is right now. I mean, seriously, it is my arm's width, and there's more to go. It's taking a while to do one side. Here's one side. This is one side of the shawl, and here's the other side. But this was the wind. Okay, this section right here, this is the wind. And I'm finished with the wind. That's zinnia. Now I'm moving on to the pink, which is icicles. So I have one section of icicles to go and one section of the snowdrifts to go, and it's done. Isn't it beautiful, though? It's beautiful. My colors all day long. Yeah, so I work on this when I pull myself away from all of the craft sale stuff. Anyhow, that's what I have, folks. That's what I have for you. Look at, and this stuff, oh, so squishy, so lovely. I mean, how can you resist all this beautiful yarn? I need to just crochet faster. Anyhow, that's what I have for you guys. Thanks for hanging in this long, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I am going to do a craft show, like prep, get everything out, show you everything I have, because I don't even know what all I have. Like how many hats, how many bandanas. I need to price things. I need to get it all organized, and you might as well come along for the fun. So stay tuned for that. All right, I gotta go. I'll see you soon. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye everybody.